Anytime I write something that doesn't get as many views as I want, anytime I put up a YouTube video that doesn't get as many views as I want, I think, maybe the writing gods don't want me to do this. Maybe I should stop. Maybe they are killing my career. Then I realized nobody else killed my writing career. I did it to myself. I don't know everything about writing. I don't know everything about building an author career. I haven't had fast growth as an author. Many writers have grown much quicker than me. But the biggest writing gurus from 10 years ago are not writing anymore. Will the gurus from today still be writing 10 years from now? Probably not. But I will. You make more money by outlasting people. I can't tell you how to grow an audience from 0 to 10,000 followers in 6 months, but I can help you outlast everyone else who is pretending that they know how to do that. This is where most people will click off the video. That's fine. Most people will stop listening because outlast everyone else isn't as sexy as get 10,000 followers in 6 months. I'm talking to writers with a capital W. Most videos for creators and most videos for writers are not really for writers. They're made for desperate side hustlers. I can't help desperate side hustlers. I can only help writers learn from my mistakes. I can only help actual artists. I've made every mistake possible. Mistake number 1, taking writing advice from side hustle gurus. Their only genre is writing about writing. If someone's only genre is how to write, they're not a writer. That's not an attack, it's a declarative statement, like this is a table. When you take writing advice from side hustle gurus, they tell you things like, build an email list right now, you guys, oh my God. Oh, and by the way, I'm teaching a course on how to build an email list. Just give me $97. I never paid for any email list courses, but I did waste a lot of time trying to run an email list. Listening to unprolific writers is risky. They might become prolific in a few years, but they are still loudly screeching about how you urgently need to write headlines with fewer than 7 words. It's so tiring. I should have been writing instead. Mistake number 2, taking writing advice from people who have only written 1 book of poetry back in 2004. On the other side of the unprolific coin, we have writing coaches. They are full-timers who somehow only manage to type 6 words per day because every word of their literary fiction masterpiece deserves as much care as possible. They want you to focus on absurd minutia, like go through your first draft and make sure to describe each setting in excruciating detail. List all the sensory perceptions. Write a 6,000-word backstory for each character. How sad was your protagonist when she lost her favorite blue socks? What was her mom like? What was her favorite class in 6th grade? Did she have a different favorite class by 9th grade? Describe a time when her cousin was mean to her, and now she always has a lingering feeling that, Join writing groups where other unprolific writers will tell you, this dialogue just doesn't work for me. And then if you do fix your dialogue, they'll say, the prose feels languid when I feel like it's supposed to feel balmy. What does that even mean? That kind of stuff is irrelevant. It's the literary equivalent of buying a Lamborghini. It's a dumb decision that we are not rich enough to make right now. Yeah, it's nice to tinker with your prose feel. It's nice to visit Prague so you can really capture the atmosphere for your urban fantasy book about a vampire who travels sideways through time or whatever. Note to self, invent sideways time travel. Mistake number 3, not writing enough. I'm not going to list all the mistakes I've made. This video would never end. This mistake is pretty obvious. I spent a lot of time doubting myself instead of just writing. I spent a lot of time learning instead of just writing. I didn't ask to be born stupid. So you might not be a popular writer right now, but you're probably more popular than the biggest medium writers from 10 years ago, because they're not writing anymore. My first post on Medium was October 2014. When I started, I was jealous of the biggest writers from that era, and I let those feelings stop me from writing. I was like, I'm too late. I'm never going to be at Ali Meezy's level. Ali Meezy was the biggest guy on Medium in 2014. You've never heard of him because he's not active anymore. His abandoned account has 80,000 followers. So if you are at all active on Medium or anywhere with writing, you're more popular than he is. Another mistake I made was shiny object syndrome. Don't make this mistake. I can't finish anything. I have 100 audiobooks in my, Audible app. I have finished listening to maybe 20% of them. They are in too many genres: business, history, sci-fi, epic fantasy. Those are just the ones I acquired legally. I have a similarly sized library of audiobooks that I also acquired legally, in case my FBI agent is watching this. I have 2 small libraries, one in Mexico and one in the United States. Look, I'm the king of shiny object syndrome. What should we call that? Like content hoarder? Don't let this happen to you. And I do this with writing as well, and I find that a lot of writers also do this. Like, we start 1,000 projects and we don't finish any particular one of them. So here's a new goal. Pick 2. Pick 2 is the new rule. Pick 2 writing projects, focus on them until they are done, alternating between them. When one project bores you, switch to another one. Finish one of those projects and then pick a new one and alternate back and forth. Apply this next phrase to your life. It's better to build one building than 100 foundations. I spent the last 10 years building 100 foundations. That's stupid. We don't know if anybody is going to read the books that we publish, but people definitely won't read the books that we never publish. If nobody reads what we write, then whatever. But we need the market to say no, because right now we're just assuming that the market is going to say no forever. Don't make all these dumb mistakes that I do. If this stuff is helpful for you, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming by.